doing well too. Number 2 in the city that you
Yes.
hail from, Scott.
Sorry?
It's number 2 in Melbourne.
Yeah, it is number 2.
It looks like going to the top, actually.
I reckon it does. It's all going to come from nowhere to...
Yep. Amazingly well it did in the States too. And Patty Smythe is the name of the lady, not
Patty who?
Smith, you see. And they reckon that they might have helped it in the States. Anyway, you had a couple of goodies going for you. You were going really strong.
Still have.
Well, they're working still, but I mean, they were zooming and you were touring and everything, and then you lost a couple of guys.
Yeah.
How much now in reflection, because at the time we asked you, do you think it will affect you? In reflection, did it affect the group much?
Well, at that time, I think Bruce, Craig and I, the 3 remaining members, were really scared because, of course, it's a scary thing to go through,
Sure.
like losing 2 members and knowing whether getting new guys is going to make up that chemistry which was lost. And that was that the whole last tour, like, we were, you know, like we started Queensland, we thought, oh, it's not looking that good. The time we got to Sydney, things were starting to form, you know, in the way, because I mean, the guitarist was a very good guitarist that we had. And he was one that was really hard to replace. But Claude, the guitarist, like, he's so versatile and such a really good player that, you know, after a couple of gigs, he just started really, you know, playing really well and as good. And now this tour, we only started like first time back in 2 months, and we started Queensland, and I'm blown out because like the new songs we've written are fantastic.
Everything's fire.
Yeah, and it's
who wrote these new ones?
The whole band. I mean, more so, the whole band writes as one, contributes. Like if the drummer's not working out drum patterns, he's trying to contribute and saying, you know, singing out, hey, try an E here or try an F there.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of that going on, which is good because like writing, you know, if there are singular writers, which we haven't really tried yet, but if there's singular writers in the band, we'd find ourselves, I think the music would be really bland, but because you've got all these other people, you get this kind of, let's try this, and everyone tries and it's great.
So far, now that you're back on the road, it's looking good and you're feeling real well.
Oh, look.
What did you do in the break?
In the break, we wrote songs. We didn't, I think, this is more or less a break for us, the touring.
Right.
Because people keep on saying, oh, you're having a bit of a break. No, we're not. You know, we're out writing songs. And the first initial couple of weeks of writing songs was, you know, we thought, oh, God, you know, like, we had to get used to new writing styles together because we used to write other ways, and we said, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but all of a sudden, bang, 3rd, 4th, 5th week, we just went bang, bang, all these songs came out.
How many songs you got now? You got an album ready or something?
We've got an album's worth of songs, new songs, and what we're going to do is we're not going to cut our own throats by not releasing any of the old songs, because a lot of the old songs are good also. So what we're going to do is like probably be made up of the best of the old ones and the best of the new ones. Yeah,
and does that mean that you'll bring, someone rumoured to me today that you're going to bring in an American producer, quite likely? Yeah,
well, it's looking pretty promising that we're going to bring Jelly Bean in. He's a producer who's done a hell of a lot of things, a lot of work for Madonna, Michael Jackson.
What makes him available?
Well, what makes him available is that that we've trying to dig up for months producers because there hasn't been a lot of people, you know, working towards getting them.
Right.
So we've had to kind of dig into getting producers ourselves, and after sending tapes around the country and getting yeses and nos, and I'd love to do it, but we can't do it now. We actually Ian came into the limelight and kind of asked us whether, you know, because he's went over a few weeks previously and really loved the music on the tapes, and he thought, you know, like we were getting held up by the record company,
started pushing them around,
and so we've gone ahead, and he's given us a really good hand out with getting a producer to do the next lot of work, and it's looking really good.
So it's Jelly Bean to produce?
Well, we don't know about the album yet. He's going to come over and do the next single, which I'm really happy about.
When will we get that? Will we get it for Christmas? Be a bit late?
Well, I'd say it'd be a bit later Christmas because I mean, it's going to be a great summer single.
Right.
And
somewhere January, Feb.
Yeah, January, February.
Okay, hang in, mate. We'll have a look at Bit of Desire, one of the ones that have been big already for you.
Yeah.
Good to see that you got that American guy coming in. We're going to talk about a couple other things. I'll come back to you a little later on that. Bit of Desire, kids in the kitchen. We nearly lost you, actually. Couldn't find your way here tonight or something?
Yeah, we got mixed up with, we were following Liz, and all of a sudden Neil got a bit heavy-footed.
Look, Scott, this simply isn't going to work. You're not going to change. I'm not going to change. It's best if we forget this whole thing and go our own way.